Welcome, welcome. This is Beat After Beat. This is Mondaze. Hello and welcome to another Mondaze here at Beat After Beat. Glad y'all can come by. Thank you for showing up. Let's get everybody in the crowd. Get everybody going here. Another Monday. In case you didn't know, I am a music channel from the Motor City here in Michigan. I am Beat After Beat. This is Mondaze. Today we have the Power Station. Yes, we all remember Some Like It Hot. Robert Palmer, Tony Thompson, John Taylor, Andy Taylor of Duran Duran, as well as Pet Shop Boys, West End Girls. That's right, West End Girls. They will be the headliner today. I'm going to start out with Power Station. You can find the Power Station in my playlist. I've been working hard all weekend, just pounding a bunch of music in the playlist. It's right there in your face. As soon as you go to my page, you will see my created playlist, and it rises on the daily. I do more playlists than I go live. So, with all that said, this is Mondaze, coming at you live from the Motor City with the Power Station and Pet Shop Boys. Let's go in the chat, see how everyone's doing. PPR is in the house. Much love to you. TWP is in the house. Go check out TWP. We got Miss Solo in the house, stopping by to show some love. Yes, I should have that shirt in the mail today, but I didn't check the mail today because I'm here. I'm doing a live show. I will check it out. Much love to Miss Solo. PPR PPR says, hi, Miss Solo. Need to take a nap. Already? It's 12 o'clock. Miss Solo says PPR. Thank y'all for showing up. Roadhog Kennel is in the house. Five people in the house in chat, or 5 people in the house. I've been up since 5:30 a.m. Well, get to bed, young lady. I'll check the mailbox after my show. So with all said and done, drum roll, please. Bio Mondaze, yes, right, Bio Mondaze. This is the biography of the Power Station today, as well as the Pet Shop Boys. One moment while I get my notes. Thank you again. Appreciate the love. One moment while I get my notes. Four people in the house. 10 minutes into the show. This is BEATAFTERBEAT Bio Mondaze. Jojo Strums is in the house. Much love to you. Thank you for showing up. Jojo, you're just the person I want to talk to. I don't know if it's because of me or not, but since I put you in my featured section, I've been watching your subscribers rise. When I started putting your when I started putting you in the featured section, you had 327 and that was Friday, I believe, or Wednesday. And then now you have 335, 336 new subs. I don't know if that's because of my support for you, but whatever is happening, it's working for you. Having a hard time getting my notes. Hey Beats, just stopped by to give you a like. My YouTube days are coming to an end. I'm on my way out. What? Really? I appreciate it a ton. I hope it's working. You're in my featured, and you are music. PPR says, "Hi Sam." JoJo says, "Hi Tennessee." Yeah, really, Sam. Hey JoJo. Hey there, PPR. You're a good guy. Yeah, Sam. What the hell? I just can't do this anymore. Well, that's understandable because you don't have a lot of Tennessee is really nothing but country unless you're going into Nashville. I connected with Lexia68 too. She's great. Yeah, she's an old friend of mine. We go back 6 years. Unfortunately, she got married, but that's another story. I'm going to keep her. She's from Louisiana, JoJo. Lexia and I have shared a lot of things together over the years. And she's just as special as you are. You're both musicians, and you both belong in my featured channel. We all have hard times on here, Sam. You'll get through this. Sam doesn't have much to go by in Tennessee because Tennessee is nothing but country. Again, as you're, Nashville's even a small town. There's not much to do paranormal in Tennessee, except cemeteries, and that gets old really quick. Hey, JoJo. But on a better note, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. You too, man. Much love to you. God has another purpose for you, Sam. God is directing you. Stay in touch, Sam. In the meantime, I'm having technical difficulties. Oh yeah, here we go. We got the power station. Here are souls in the house. Hey, Beat, and everyone just stopping by to hit that like. Thank you so much. I hope you're all doing great. Um, I haven't checked the mail yet, but I'm sure your package will be there for me after the show if I ever can get this show up and running. Jojo Strums, hey Roadhog. Hey Pierce Solo PPR says. Hi Pierce Solo, doing great here. Hope you are too. That's right, Jojo is in the house. Go Ducks. That's right, go Ducks out there in Oregon. Even having my coffee out of my Oregon mug, Jojo. Cheers. Power station. Some might, some of you might have heard of the Power Station back in the 80s. They were considered a super group. Um, you had Robert Palmer, you had Tony Thompson of Chic. Y'all remember Good Times. That was Tony Thompson, the drummer from Chic. And then you had John Taylor and Andy Taylor from Duran Duran. Uh, and they formed the Power Station. Um, my mom back then, she won radio. She won tickets off a radio station, and she was able to take a plane out to Philadelphia to Live Aid, and she did see the Power Station there. They were at Live Aid in 1985. I asked her to bring me back a Power Station tour book, and she did. And she had a blast out there at Live Aid. She did see every band that was up there on stage that hot summer in Philadelphia in '85. She got lucky and saw the Power Station. Yes, everybody go to Parasol tonight. Check out his live show. JoJo Strums, love it. Cheers. Nice Parasol. "24 minutes into the show. This is Bio Mondays. Starting off with Power Station, the opening act. Again, my mom won radio tickets to see the Power Station at Live Aid. Was able to take a plane out there to Philadelphia and see them, and she brought me back a tour book. Okay. PPR's got a now I was lucky enough to see the Power Station here in downtown Detroit back in '96. Tell you a little bit of a story about the Power Station. They were considered a supergroup back in the '80s. Two members of Duran Duran, Robert Palmer and Tony Thompson of Chic. Y'all remember Good Times. Was unable to see them play live, but back in 1996, the Power Station came out with a second album with the original members at a small club in downtown Detroit. And I was able to be second row, first or second row to see them. I said hello to Andy Taylor, and he said hello back, and Robert Palmer was there, Tony Thompson, John Taylor, at a small club in downtown Detroit in '96. They came out with their second album. Unfortunately, after they did a mini club tour, Robert Palmer passed away, as well as Tony Thompson. Both members of the Power Station died right after I saw them play live. Rest in peace, Robert Palmer and Tony Thompson. But I did get real lucky and was able to see the Power Station in the original form once in a lifetime. That's awesome. Live music is such a gift. Thank you for taking some time to see the show. Joe Strums. I have the Power Station up and running. Final Mondaze opening act, the Power Station. The Power Station, despite Duran Duran's ruling the earth by the late 1984 due to countless hits and sold out tours, the band had completely burned themselves out. Duran Duran, with a non-stop, grueling work schedule. 1985 was supposed to be a year-long break for its members from the band's duties, but its 5 members ultimately formed 2 separate side projects. Yes, the Power Station was a side project. Power Station, which was comprised of Durani's John Taylor bass and Andy Taylor guitar, plus solo artist Robert Palmer vocals and ex-Cheek member Tony Thompson drums, as well as Arcadia. And Arcadia was another solo project put together by Simon Le Bon, Roger Taylor, and Nick Rhodes. Arcadia, which featured 3 other Duran members, singer Simon Le Bon, keyboardist Nick Rhodes, and drummer Roger Taylor. The formation of the Power Station came as a complete accident, as John Taylor was dating model groupie Bab Buell, Buell, classic rock Buell at the time, and offered to assemble a funky version of T-Rex's classic rocker Bang a Gong Get It On for Buell, Buell, to contribute vocals to, with Andy Taylor and Tony Thompson joining the proceedings. But before the recording could take place, Taylor and Buell split up. The trio decided to press on, however, having already demoed several originals as well, but they plan to have several different noted pop singers provide vocals. Robert Palmer was invited to sing on a track, but with the vocalist and the rest of the band extremely impressed with the results, Palmer ended up singing on all of the resulting album 8 tracks. Issued in early 1985, the quartet's self-titled debut was a sizable hit due to a pair of monster hit singles which merged rock with a dance edge. The original tune, Some Like It Hot, and the aforementation cover of Bang Gone, the album's immediate commercial success, prompted the group to organize a supporting tour, but surprisingly, Palmer pulled out just a few days before the tour's launch. The Power Station first attempted to lure Paul Young into the group, which had just scored a hit with the ballad Every Time You Go Away, before setting a former Silverhead frontman, Michael DeBar's. Despite an appearance at the Mammoth Live Aid Benefit Festival in July of 1985, the band members decided to call it quits upon the tour's completion. As a side note, the band members' temporary break from Duran Duran failed to recharge their batteries, as both Andy and Roger Taylor split the band shortly thereafter, while Robert Palmer would go on to issue some of the 80s biggest pop hits, including Addicted to Love and Simply Irresistible. Surprisingly, the original Power Station lineup reformed almost exactly 10 years later, issuing a sophomore effort, Living in Fear. That was Power Station's second album, Living in Fear. Unsurprisingly, the album failed to replicate its predecessor's success. The Power Station. Up next, we have the discography of the Power Station. Only 2 albums. Again, it was a side project put together by Duran Duran's John Taylor, Andy Taylor, Robert Palmer, Tony Thompson. 1985's the self-titled album, The Power Station, Capitol Records, EMI Records, 4 stars. And then the last of the Power Station, 1996, Living in Fear on Capitol Records, 3 stars by Living in Fear. There you have it. There is the biography of Power Station as well as the discography. We're going to go on to the headliner today, Pet Shop Boys, West End Girls. "35 minutes in the show, 2 people in the house." Thank y'all for showing up. Thanks for the thumbs up. Please like, subscribe, share. Check out my playlist, Rising, on the daily. Here we go. Pet Shop Boys, in 80s, 20s, 2020s, formed August 1981 in London, England, under the pop rock section. The styles: alternative dance, alternative indie rock, house, synth pop, dance rock. Group members: Neil Tennant and Chris Lowe. Here we go with the Pet Shop Boys. Postmodern ironist cloaked behind a veil of metallic and lushy romantic synth pop confections. Pet Shop Boys offer yet strangely affecting culture contemporary communicated by the Morse code of synth washes and drum machine synth rhythms. After first emerging in the mid 80s with West End Girls and Opportunities, Let's Make Lots of Money, Neil Tennant and Chris Lowe quickly established themselves as hit-making singles artists who were also to craft emotionally resonant albums like 1988's Introspective and 1990's Behavior. The duo navigated in the constantly shifting landscape of modern dance pop with grace and intelligence, moving easily from disco to house music to thoughtful synth pop without losing their distinctive styles in the process. Continuing to evolve artistically, Pet Shop Boys incorporated Latin music on 1996's Bilingual, expanded into theater and ballet, and morphed into an elder statesman of electronic pop. Still able to release interesting albums after more than 30 years, as evidenced by highlights like 2016's Super and 2020's Hotspot. Pet Shop Boys formed in London in 1981 August, when vocalist Tennant, a former editor at Marvel Comics, who later gained recognition as a journalist for Smash Hits record music magazine, Smash Hits magazine, a UK magazine. First met keyboardist Lowe, a one-time architecture student at an electronics shop. Discovering a shared passion for dance music and synthesizers, they immediately decided to start a band, after dubbing themselves Pet Shop Boys in honor of friends who worked in such an establishment, while also nodding to the sort of names prevalent among the New York City hip-hop culture of the early 80s. And the duo's career first took flight in 1983 when Tennant met producer Bobby Orlando while on a writing assignment. Orlando produced the first single, 1984's West End Girls. The song was a minor hit in the US but went nowhere in Britain, and its follow-up, One More Chance, was also unsuccessful. Upon signing to EMI, Pet Shop Boys issued 1985's Biting Opportunities, Let's Make Lots of Money. When it too failed to attract attention, the duo's future appeared grim. But Tennant and Lowe then released an evocative new Stephen Hague production of West End Girls, which became an international chart topper. Its massive success propelled Pet Shop Boys' 1986's debut LP, Please, into the top 10, and when Opportunities was subsequently reissued, it too became a hit. Disco, a collection of dance remixes, was quickly rushed into stores. And in 1987, the duo resurfaced with the superb Actually, which launched 2 more top 10 smashes, It's a Sin and What Have I Done to Deserve This? A duet between Tennant and the great Dusty Springfield later that year. Always on My Mind, a lovely cover of the Elvis Presley standard, reached #1 in several countries and the top 10 in the US. A documentary film titled It Could Happen Here was released 1 year later. In October 1988, Pet Shop Boys issued their third studio LP, Introspective Domino Dancing, reached the top 10 in Great Britain. The following year, Pet Shop Boys collaborated with a variety of performers, most notably Liz Minnelli, for whom they produced the 1989 LP Results. They also produced material for Springfield, and Tennant joined New Order frontman Bernard Sumner and ex-Smiths guitarist Johnny Marr in the group Electronic, scoring a hit with the single Getting Away With It. Tennant and Lowe reconvened in 1990 for the Muted, Downcast Behavior album, produced by Harold Faltermeyer. Their hit melody of U2's Where the Streets Have No Name and Frankie Valli's Can't Take My Eyes Off of You was released in 1991 and was followed in 1993 by the album Barry. Landed as one of the duo's finest efforts. After a 3-year absence, Pet Shop Boys resurfaced with Bilingual, a fluid expansion into Latin rhythms, Nightlife, followed in 1999 and sparked the dance club hit New York City Boy, whose success allowed the group to tour the U.S. for the first time in 8 years. While on tour, the pair also collaborated with playwright Jonathan Harvey on a musical surrounding gay life in social circumstances, which the three had been planning since 1997. Closer to Heaven made its West End debut in 2001 and had a successful run for most of the year. Pet Shop Boys' score of the original cast recording was also a hit in the UK. They still had time to make a record for themselves too. In April 2002, Tennant and Lowe also release, and Disco 3 was compiled for release the following year. Pet Shop Boys continued releasing material throughout the decades later half. In 2005, they put together a volume of the Black to Mind series, released their music designed to accompany the 1925 silent film Battleship, a soundtrack they performed a year later at a free concert screening in Square. A year later, they issued Fundamental, a mature, sometimes political album produced by Trevor Horn. The live album, Concrete, in concert at the Mermaid Theater, appeared at the end of the year. And yes, a collaborative effort with the production crew Xenomania marked the band's 10th studio effort in March 2009. While playing shows in support of that album, Pet Shop Boys also released a hits compilation, Party, to coincide with the Brazilians' leg of their tour. In 2010, the tour was documented on the CD/DVD release Pandemonium, and other greatest hits collaborations Ultimate arrived. 48 minutes into the show. This is Bio Mondays with your host Beat After Beat. We just covered the biography of the Power Station, Some Like It Hot. We all remember Some Like It Hot, Bang a Gong, Get It On. Also did the discography of the Power Station. They only came out with 2 albums. It was a side project put together, supposedly a monster band put together. We are finishing off with the Pet Shop Boys biography, discography. Pet Shop Boys, their 2011 Ultimate arrived. Their 2011 effort, The Most Incredible Thing, was a 2-disc ballad score composed for the Sadler's Wells Theatre in London, while 2012's format rounded up the duo's B-sides and bonus tracks from the years 1996 to 2009. Also in 2012, Pet Shop Boys released the sports-themed single Winner and performed the track at the 2012's Olympic Summer Games held that year in their hometown of London. The track landed on that year's album Asylum, which was produced by Kanye West, affiliate Andrew Dawson, Stuart Price, Madonna, Seal, Kyle was the producer of 2013's Electric, an album that featured no ballads, just dance tracks. In May 2014, the duo announced more original music, this time with a concert piece scheduled for a July date at the Royal Albert Hall, commemorating British Codebreakers Alan Turing and including the BBC Concert Orchestra Prize. Returned as producer of 2016 Super, the second album in a row where Pet Shop Boys were electronic pursuits, meaning no guitars, no orchestral support, and no organic instruments. The following year saw the bands issue the Underlow EP, which featured 2 remixes of Super's Undertow, a remix of Burn, and a new version of Left to My Own Devices, produced by Stuart Price. They were also awarded a Godlike Genius Award by the NME. The duo issued the Agenda EP in early 2019, and the live album CD, DVD, Blu-ray release Inner Sanctum appeared in April. It was recorded during Pet Shop Boys' 4-day residency in July 2018 at the Royal Opera House in London. Later in the year, they started issuing songs from their next long player, including Dreamland, a collaboration with Years and Years, and Burning the Heather, which featured Suede's Bernard Butler on guitar. The album, titled Hotspots, arrived in January 2020 and was their 3rd LP to be produced by Price. Discovery Live in Rio, a concert originally issued on video in 1995, was issued on DVD and CD, For the first time in 2021, the duo also released a nearly 10-minute classical-inspired single titled Cricket Wife. And that completes the biography of the Pet Shop Boys. Up next, we have the discography of the Pet Shop Boys. I'm getting ready to pound a lot of new releases from the Pet Shop Boys in my playlist. Be on the lookout for that. You can catch the Power Station in my playlist. Go check out the Power Station. This is Mondaze. Beat after beat. Let's see who's in the comments. Jojo says, I've got to run. Hope everyone has a wonderful Monday. You too. Thank you for the stream. Hugs all around. PPR says, still here. I'm in split screen mode. Watching security cams for mail guy. Still here, Beat. All right. Thank y'all for showing up, showing the love. Please like, subscribe, share out Bio Mondays. Coming at you tomorrow, new release Tuesdays. Also known as Taco Tuesdays. We will be going over the new releases for the week under the pop rock electronic section. Be sure to be here 12 o'clock Eastern. You're not alone, PPR. I'm here with you. Y'all be sure to check out Parasolo. Parasolo is going live tonight Eastern time. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock Eastern, I believe. Parasolo, go check him out, give him some love. We're going to finish off with Pet Shop Boys discography. Quite a long one. As I said before, I'm getting ready to pound a lot of Pet Shop Boys in my playlist. Be on the lookout for that. I also list new releases in my playlist on the daily. Always check out my created playlist. Thank you, PPR, for providing information or a link to the Power Station. Thank you for the support. PPR has also provided links to Parasolo's channel. He will be going live tonight with some new gadgets, showing off some new gadgets. I am expecting his package today in the mail. I'll be doing a live show related to Parasolo, a special edition. Once my package comes in, I'll be doing a live show for Parasolo. "57 minutes in the show. Thank y'all for showing up. Bio Mondays, Power Station, Pet Shop Boys this week. We're going to finish off the show with the discography of the Pet Shop Boys. 1986, the album Please on EMI Music Distribution. 4 stars for the 1986's Please album. 1987's Actually, EMI Music Distribution, 4.5 stars. 1988's Introspective, EMI Music Distribution, 4 stars. 1990's Behavior on Parlophone Records. Parlophone is a French record company, I believe, or it still could be London. 1990's Behavior album, 4.5 stars. 1993's Barry on Capitol EMI Records, 4.5 stars. 1996's Bilingual on Atlantic Records, 3 stars. 1999's Nightlife on Sire Records, 3 stars. 2002's Release album on Parlophone Records, 4 stars. 2005's Back to Mine on DMC Records, 4 stars. 2005's Tennant and Lowe Battleship. Again, Battleship was a soundtrack that Tennant and Lowe had put together back in 2005. I never heard of it. Be interesting. It's a soundtrack to the album or to the movie Battleship. 2006's Fundamental on Rhino Records, 4 stars. Also in 2006, Concrete, EMI Music Distribution, 3 stars. 2009's Yes on Arista Works Records, 3.5 stars. 2010's Pandemonium on Arista Works Caroline Distribution, Parlophone Records, 3.5 stars. 2011's The Most Incredible Thing on Arista Works EMI Parlophone Records, 3 stars. 2012's Asylum, Arista Works, 3 stars. 2013's Electric on X2 Records, 4 stars. 2016's Super on X2 Records, 4 stars. And 2020's just recent Hotspot by the Pet Shop Boys on X2 Records, 4 stars. That completes the discography biography for the Pet Shop Boys. And again, in case you didn't know, every time this channel goes live, riots. Every time. Every time this channel goes live, riots. We'll go over an hour into the show. This is Vinyl Mondays. Beat After Beat is in the house once again, sharing out the music knowledge. Thank you, PPR, for putting up the Pet Shop Boys YouTube main channel. Getting excited to see Parasolo's new equipment today at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I believe. Be on the lookout for Parasolo's new material. There you have it, final Mondays. Had some things falling. It's your typical Monday. Thank you for showing up. Two people in the house. 104 is the amount of time I've been here. Got Dragon in the house. Much love, Dragon. Hope everything's well with you, Dragon. Nice, good. Staying away from the drama on the YouTube is a good thing. Always can come here and chill out with Beat. I never have a problem. Thank you for the support, Dragon. Still here, Beat, just taking care of a few things. I got you. Yes. Right on. You know better. Tracking down my mail, so am I, PPR. I'm tracking down Parasolo's package. It should be here today. Um, once I get that package, I'll be doing a live special edition unpackaging Parasolo's gift. Not a gift, I paid for it, but you get the point. I'll be doing a live show. How are you doing? Okay, I am all right. Living the dream. Lots of rain here in Michigan. Rain, cats and dogs, or all day yesterday. Now we're 8 minutes into the show. 3 people in the house. Mondaze just covered the power station. Y'all remember Bang a Gone, Get It On, Some Like It Hot. Fortunately, my mom back then in '85 won tickets to Live Aid in Philadelphia. I asked her, and she saw the power station there at Live Aid, and I asked her to bring me back a power station tour book, and she did so. Unfortunately, I couldn't go with her to Philadelphia, but I did get real lucky, and I did see the original members of the power station in 1996 when they came out with their second album. They were playing at a small club in downtown Detroit, and all the original members, Andy Taylor, John Taylor of Duran Duran, Robert Palmer, Tony Thompson were all there. I said hello to Andy Taylor, and I was right there in front of him, Andy Taylor, and he said hello. Unfortunately, after that mini club tour on their second album, Robert Palmer passed away, as well as Tony Thompson. But their second album was called Living in Fear. Very hard rocking album. So I did get to see the power station 1996. It was pretty up close and personal. I was probably second row in this club in Detroit. It was just me. Took photos and such, and had a good time. Wrapping it up here with your Mondaze power station, along with the Pet Shop Boys. Be sure to check out my creative playlist. I list on the daily. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, my parents were pretty hip. I had hip parents, very hip. My parents used to always go out to concerts and support local bands and local artists, galleries. They took me to the Detroit Art Museum, the Detroit Art Institute. Back when I was younger, it got me inspired, helped me get inspired with my art and my further education in graphic arts. I've created tattoos for musicians, for local bands. Back in the days, I've designed my own murals in pool halls. So again, designed my own tattoos, giving them out to local bands, um, and actually put them on their skin. Um, the murals were fun in the billards. Um, fun times. But I did have hip parents. I used to go to operas. I used to go to plays. Um, they brought me up pretty well. Um, after after high school, I graduated in '87. I went off to create my own local bands, uh, putting together bands and playing in the bars and designing tattoos and painting murals on billards. Um, always good times. Always good times back then. Glad y'all could come by. This is Mondaze. Shutting down. See you tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern for New Release Tuesdays, also known as Taco Tuesdays. Gonna hit you with some new releases for the week. The opening act, the Power Station, we discovered the discography of the Power Station, as well as the Pet Shop Boys. Again, don't forget to check out Parasol. He's going live tonight, probably 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock Eastern. But check out Parasol doing a live show. Thank you for your support today. PPR. Hope the remainder of your day at work is more exciting than it is now. See y'all later. Much love. This says Beat After Beat signing out. Much love. Rock on. All right. Take care, buddy. This is Mondaze. Much love.